Welcome back. Well, Nigeria's stock market closed last week down almost 3%, with a big drop. We saw with Dangote cement. If we could put that up there, we see it was a big drop for the week. If you're talking about Dangote cement, we saw that drop of over 16%. That's for the share price, 16.46%. 400 now. That was the closing price there. Down for the week to date, 16.46%. Well, we're discussing this now and other matters in Nigeria's stock market. We have Mr. Mukhtar Mohammed. Mr. Mukhtar Mohammed is CEO, Finance with Mukhtar. Hello, Mr. Mohammed. Good morning.
Good morning, Laddie. Good morning.
Yeah, so it was a big drop last week. Is it just good old profit taking? Also with Dangote cement, or something deeper?
That is profit taking. I don't think anything is there. I think it's just profit taking. No big news have come from Dangote thus far, so no major news that is trying to destock the stock. I think it's profit taking. Ordinarily, by now we're supposed to be having a close period for Dangote, so that they find the year result will be coming out. We've not gotten that. I think it's just profit taking, nothing much, and a lot of investors are moving from that equity also, because some of them are also made a lot there and trying to look at other stocks that they know what to expect from them in the coming days.
Right, and talking about taking position, in other stocks, I know there were a couple of laggards in 2024, stocks that had negative performance. Do you think the strategy for this year should be to, try to pick from some of those laggards in 2024 and see if they could perform in 2025? How are you seeing that?
Yes, I think some of them will definitely perform, and we have seen some of them performing already. MTN is one of them that are giving investors about 20% return within the first 2 weeks of the year. And you know why that happened, because of the expectant hike in tariff. So we've seen that in MTN. We expect that to also follow in other companies that were largely affected because of the FX policy. The company like Nigerian Brew, we expect them to perform well this year. Remember, they have also done their right issue, so they don't have negative shareholders form like what they used to have before. So we expect other companies that have suffered from these FX losses to recover this year. That will be due to one, recovery in terms of FX stability, which we expect to stable between 1,400 and, if going by the government, maybe 1,400. But when you go by trading today in the street, it's about 1,600, and that has been what has become the stability now. So compared to when these companies were seeing it at 1,700, 1,800, having at the time sometime 1,900. So that will help boost their bottom line. So those are the companies that we should look at. Most companies that suffered from the FX crisis, there will be a gradual recovery this year.
Right, and it's countdown to Inauguration Day in the U.S. President-elect Donald Trump will take on the role as president. So how are you experts looking at this? What sectors are you seeing, profiting from a Trump presidency, America First policy, and which sectors you think might actually suffer from this?
Randy, if we go by the first tenure of Donald Trump, then we'll say that the financial sector will be the largest beneficiary, because during Trump time we have investment and trade was high compared to Biden 4 years administration. So there we'll begin to look at the equity market. We begin to look at foreign direct investment. Then when you look at equities, then you have to look at the financial sector. When these funds are coming, they have to pass through the financial sector. So they will be the one that will benefit. And remember again, this expansion that the financial sector already expanded to the United States and other economic in the world. So definitely they will be the ones to benefit from a Donald Trump presidency. I think if you look at the equity market, they will be the one to benefit from a Donald Trump presidency because of trade and investment, which was if we had a security company listed in the exchange, that also would have benefited. Remember, Donald Trump was the only president that accepted to sell fighter jet to Nigeria, where we're battling terrorism. So definitely, if we had a security company listed, they also would have benefited from a Trump presidency. maybe the oil and gas sector might be the one that will suffer more from the Trump presidency. Because
Right.
you and I know that
I guess it's all about drill, baby, drill.
yeah, Trump favor low oil prices. He has threatened to make sure America open up their reserve and also do more exploitation of crude oil. So those might be the ones that will suffer, and that also might affect investment in those sectors, especially. Some of these the multinationals that are listed in our American companies that are still in Nigeria, but that could also create an avenue for other Nigerian companies to buy those assets, like what we have been seeing. In terms of all the people that will definitely also the real estate sector might also suffer during Trump administration, because most of the high player in the real estate sectors are those that buy some of these highbrow place buildings, are those that are in the United States of America. So they send in money, remittance home. That might reduce because of the deportation what I call it, the deportation threat by Donald Trump. So we might not get so much Nigerian doing remittance home to buy some of these real estate houses that are being built everywhere. So that those sectors might suffer, and you have some of those firms listed in the exchange. So by and large, I think we'll have two sectors will suffer. The oil and gas will suffer. The real estate sector might suffer during the Trump presidency. But one sector that will definitely benefit during the presidency, going an antecedent of his last tenure, might be the financial sector, because trade and investment, volume in trade and investment is expected to go high during the Trump administration. You know, when it comes to Republicans, when they come to power, you know what to expect. You expect trade, you have trade investment. When it comes to diverse, then on that sector that might suffer will be the health sector also. Remember, Trump is not in favor of some of this family planning and all that stuff. So that sector also will suffer. And then we know that some Nigerian companies, some companies are listed in the exchange. So the health sector, the real estate sector, and the oil and gas sector. But I keep saying one sector that will really benefit from a Trump presidency will be the financial sector.
Right, and we'll definitely be watching out for those, vaccine stocks that are listed in the U.S. I know experts are expecting those ones might actually suffer too, and also the policies there, how that is going to impact global inflation. I'm wondering, is that more headache for the CBN Monetary Policy Committee here in Nigeria?
Again, Trump favor a low interest rate in America. We're already seeing that. So that, like I said again, CBN largely want to make sure that we get a stable exchange rate by remittance from the diaspora. That might be a challenge now, because we don't know who and who will be affected in the deportation. Remittance might go down based on this. And remember again, the CBN is trying to launch a diaspora fund. That could only be the game changer, because again, that might attract a lot of investment, because that will be done right from we're going to the United States to do that. So that will be only the game changer. A Trump presidency in terms of monetary policy might be negative if we are not able to attract inflow, especially in terms of remittance. We will expect a slowdown in that area, so that will affect us and to stabilize our exchange rate.
Yeah, definitely. So much to unpack then. I'm sure investors are, waiting and watching to see how they'll play 2025 with the Trump presidency. But thank you so much, Mr. Mukhtar Mohammed, CEO, Finance with Mukhtar. Thank you.
Thank you for having me, Ladi, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. All right, then. So at 1 p.m., we'll give you more updates on how the markets are reacting to Inauguration Day today. Well, we saw some dramatic moves with some asset classes. We'll give you all that information at 1 p.m. Thank you for watching. That's it from me on Business Morning. I hand things over to the Sunrise Daily team.